welcome to Awesome Stadium, respected and feared by all opponents. This might be, per capita, the loudest place in college football. Very tough environment for any visitor. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Ducks will kick it away to get this game going. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Snags the quick throw. They hit the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
Looks like Georgia will have the 1st down. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
Gutsy call here by this offense. Early in this game on a 4th down, they decide to go for it, and they come up with the 1st down to be able to move the sticks and keep this drive alive. The gutsy call pays off for the offense.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
I mean, wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Play of this opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Try and muscle for the 1st down. Looks like Georgia will have the 1st down. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. but here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. Strong opening drive. This is play number 11, third and short. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. You need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on fourth. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. Let's talk strategy here. They're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Football comes out. The offense recovers, but doesn't make any difference. They're short on the 4th down play. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Tackle on the play at the 15-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Aiming for the end zone. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
The Dogs line it up with 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a job by this defense. They would simply not relent. Incredible effort.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. 1 second and goal, they hand it to him again. He goes nowhere. 2 straight stops. 3rd down coming up.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, what a great job by this defense. They have really tightened things up here inside the 10-yard line. Seems like they're almost daring the offense to go for it here on 4th down. Let's see what the decision is.
Is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
An interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking for some space. It's Hayes. Some hard running there through a tackle. Tackle made after a big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And now the running back's got it again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now it's second down here. You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Keene. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Let's go. Squirrel.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
The Ducks with 1st and 10 here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Second down and goal upcoming. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
An important third down and goal now. Keeping it on the ground here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense. Man, did they make that look easy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. The sure hands. It's Montgomery. Impressive spin move. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Grab down the middle. It's Marchuck. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Backfield is empty here for second and inches. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Looking to chuck it again. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep shot caught out of the 15. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And the Bulldogs are in the red zone. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Running out of time in the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Kick is up and no good. But a flag is down, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. So first and 10, that's a costly mistake by the defense on fourth down. And looking to throw now on first down. The ball is caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dogs.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read. Puts the ball where his man can make a play on it. And they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Extra point splits the uprights. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They'll run it to the right side. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Looking for some space. It's Hayes. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Dogs will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. They get the second half started with their running play. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pulls it in. It's Hayes. Breaks loose at the 45. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
High completion, good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quick throw caught on the left side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Here's the second down play.
Alert, alert. Come on, set.
And there's the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down after that running play. From the shotgun, drops back. And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. This has been an uphill battle for both offenses. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Throws it to the right. And he's got it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Handoff here from the shotgun.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Tackled up near midfield at the 48. The Bulldogs come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Can he get there on the ground? Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Dogs pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incompletion sets up a second down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Tight end makes the grab. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down.
Hey, great job here by this defense. It's going to be fourth down and 1. They bent, but they did not break. We'll see if the offense elects to go for it here on this fourth down play.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The Dogs will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So from the 18-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure to allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. He goes down quickly, but comes up with a nice interception.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. It's a shotgun run call. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Tries the right with a quick throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Important yardage needed on 3rd down here. A field goal try would be from 52. Looking for the wide out. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They've got a first and goal. The offense a great chance to break the tie here late in the game. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards instead. You're going backwards. It's going to set up a very important second down call here.
The pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Great job by the defense so far. It's third and goal from a long way out. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. The pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Well, you can see what happens when you try to squeeze it into a tight window. An incompletion is probably the best result you could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome anytime you throw into double cover.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. He missed it. During the final quarter, this game remains tied.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you'd like as a kicker. He just misses it, and the ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Gain 2. Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground.
Offense will take over first and 10.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he lofts it toward the sideline. He's got it near the end zone.
You know, as a quarterback, you end up having one of those days that everybody wants to talk about. How'd you do it? What a big day throwing the football the way he has today. Well, it takes catches like this and efforts like this to be able to allow you to have a great game.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Well, they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. Urgency here. Got to cut it this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Well, here we are now on 4th down, Chris, and at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. No field goal try here. They're going to try to break the tie with a touchdown in the final quarter. And a timeout is called late in this tie game. Crucial choices coming up. They'll keep the kicker on the sideline. Try to break the tie with a touchdown here late. Crowd trying to make a difference here on 4th down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. And this is going to be a safety.
Chris, I just thought a second ago this game more than likely is probably going to be headed to overtime. How about the defense coming up with potentially the game-deciding play with this safety? Now they get the ball back, and they'll try to work the clock and end this game.
So the safety will set up a free kick. They'll boot it away from their 20. With the return, it's Montgomery. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. That was a crucial stop of the defense. The lead is still 2. Let's see if this offense can chew some clock or build the lead now. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Two backs now flanking the quarterback. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. That run moves the ball across the 40. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. Takes the toss, heads to his right. He's found some room at the 45. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
Hey, bud, this is the result of what happens when you're able to run the football throughout the game. They're kind of like body blows. And eventually in the 4th quarter, it pays off. That's his longest run of the entire day. And a big part of the reason this team is enjoying the lead is the execution of this offense here in the 4th quarter.
And the offense just takes a knee here. Well, this wasn't exactly an offensive showcase. The defense showed a lot of grit to come out with this hard-earned W.
Yeah, really, if you could look on both sides of the football, I think both defenses played well. Although they got some help, as you said, Chris, by not the greatest offense as far as execution is concerned today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.